welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. I found my microphone, which is another story. We're in Fleetwood today. We're in Fleetwood and the sun is still shining, and I'm looking all bright looking and blonde. I've just been to the hairdressers. That's why I'm in Fleetwood. I've had a stack chopped off because it was like chaff. I'll show you where I had it cut in a minute. So I'm looking all different today. I'm in disguise. We're at Fisherman's Walk end of the town, and I'm going to take you for a walk all the way down Fleetwood town centre. And I'll even show you where I've had my hair done as well. And then if you want to go, you can go too. So don't forget, make sure that you've subscribed. Don't forget to make sure you've got all your notifications enabled and sign up for your Visit Fylde Coast email newsletter. Right, come with me. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Right, I'm going to orientate you first. This is Fisherman's Walk end of Fleetwood. So that straight in front of us there is Memorial Park. That's the main the main entrance that was completely refurbished. This is Fisherman's Walk tram stop here, which is one of the stops where you can catch the Fleetwood to Blackpool tram. And this is one of the lovely memorials and clocks and many monuments that you'll find all over Fleetwood. And if I just point down here, this building that you can see at the back of the trees is Asda, and the roundabout is just at the back of that road sign. So I don't know whether you can just see McDonald's in the distance. It's in the gap between the trees, and that's the roundabout on a mountainous way. So Affinity is there. So if you want to come to Affinity on a tram, you need to get off at Fisherman's Walk tram stop, and you walk just round that corner, and it's literally at the other side of these buildings. So it's not far at all, especially on a day like this. So Fleetwood's an old fishing port town. Lord Street is a really long street, so it stretches literally the full length of the town centre. So it goes right way down there to the market and beyond. So Fleetwood town centre is actually covers a really big area, and it also turns left at Polton Road as well and carries on way around to the left, which is probably why you end up seeing quite a few empty shops, because there's such a big area that there's more shop units than there is shopkeepers to fill them. So this is where I've just had my hair done. This is Rory Blair. This is Rory Blair Hairdressers. Let's see whether Jane's gone hiding. She's gone hiding. She must be in the back. So it must be. Just said to her, I think it must be February when I last had it done. I'm overdue, as you might say. I didn't admit to her that I'd set Kevin on chopping some off the back when it really did get on my nerves. Yeah, perhaps these things are best not repeated. So Fleetwood's an old town centre, and there's loads of old heritage like the Royal Oak pub. Plenty of Turkish barbers, as there is in every shop. This shop front here was all restored and refurbished. This is Polton Road. So that carries on all the way around there, and there's shops on this junction here, and the shops continue in sort of little patches as you go around the corner. And Fleetwood was one of the only towns in the country that the tramway actually shared the road with the cars. And of course now Blackpool at Talbot Road also shares the road with a tramway and the cars. Nice wedding shop over there. This used to be Ethel Austin's. Always used to go in that one. So there's closed units due to casualties like that, and others due to it being such a big place. This is one of Christian's street art murals that we're coming up to. Straight in front of us at the back of the tree, the only in Fleetwood one. There you go. That's one of them. The other one is on Mount Street, which is somewhere to the left down there. And then there's the upside down Fisherman at the back of Bernie Atherton's Carpets, which I think is on the next junction. You can get to Asda as well through the town centre, just through there by foot, but not by car. If you want to go in by car, you've got to go round a mountainous way. Let's see if we can find the upside down Fisherman. This is a beautiful building, the King's Arms. I love these old pubs. I couldn't tell you which actual street name it is that it's on. Seek and ye shall find. Ah, it's there. Found it. Shall we take our life in our hands? It's there, look. Can you see him? Just in front of us there on the corner of that one. We'll wait for these buses to disappear and then I'll show you. In fact, I'll walk down there and we'll go and have a look. So we could call this video Fleetwood Town Centre and the Upside Down Fisherman. One thing that always surprises me is that these little rowan trees often have goldfinches nesting in them. Which is quite amazing really, in the middle of a town centre, just spitting distance from a windy seafront street. Cornmill Lane, I've never noticed that before. And there he is. So apparently the Fisherman is upside down because it signifies the upside down life of a fisherman, because they went to sea and they just worked and worked and worked until they came back. And I suppose they wouldn't have known whether it was Monday or Tuesday or 8 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night. Christian's not done this piece. It was one of his street art colleagues. There's a Bobby Dazzler, that, isn't it? He's even signed it upside down as well. Wow. In fact, I tell you what, we'll go in the yard and have a look at it without the fence in the way, shall we? That's amazing, isn't it? That's beautiful. Seabird. Lovely. So what do you think to the upside down Fisherman? Would you prefer him the right way up, or do you get the point? It's part of the Big Heart project. So they are crowdfunding for murals all over Fleetwood. So you'll be able to scan with your phone, if you're watching it on the telly, you'll be able to scan that QR code to find out much more about it. And this, before I go any further, is Dock Street. So you can see how near you are to what is effectively Fleetwood's seafront. This is the industrial commercial end of the seafront. I'll just show you, and then we'll we'll go back to Lord Street. So Asda is just here. This is the A585 coming down to the roundabout. Affinity over here. And this is Dock Street. So if you follow this road round and go that way, eventually you'll come back to Rossall and back to Cleveland's. It's all very, very confusing. Right, I'll rejoin you at Lord Street. Back to Lord Street. So the Fisherman is there, and this is where we left off when we went walking down there. So back to the main road. So this is the mole hole. This is a lovely little shop, and they sell Charlie bears. Aren't they lovely? Like that one. He's ever so pretty. In fact, I think that's a little girl. They're gorgeous. Aren't they lovely? Hollyhock. A little giraffe as well, look. It's a lovely little shop. And then over the road is Iceland, just over there. Luxury accommodation coming soon. Interesting. I wonder if that's the bank. That was RBS, that one. You see all the banks close, the high street branches, and you end up with empty shops. I mean, that is a beautiful building. Just imagine that converted. But astonishing. This is where the old medical centre used to be, so that building had been demolished because it was beyond its useful life, and it's rebuilt as townhouses. Which way is he going? He's coming this way. And straight down there behind the trees is the Mount. So if you're in Fleetwood and you don't know quite where you are, and you're a little bit stuck, if you just drive in a straight line, eventually you'll come to water. Eventually you'll come to the sea. Not sure why the catalogue shop closed. Didn't hear anything about that. But that's the same one that's closed on Bankay Street in Blackpool. So perhaps that's something to do with the company rather than the location. And there's Peacocks. Peacocks has been there as long as ever I can remember. It must have been there a very, very long time. This is one of the buildings on the New Blue Plaque Trail. This is St Mary's Church. Beautiful building. There's some really, really fine architecture in Fleetwood. And here's another beautiful building if you like DIY. This is Fisher's. This is a really good shop. They've got all kinds of stuff in here. And it's got that lovely ironmonger smell as well. So if you pick up the Blue Plaque Trail leaflet, or if you look at them online on the Visit Fleetwood website, that's one of the buildings. And that's also designed by Pugin. There you go, you see. All this history and you never even knew. Here's the Bug. This is one of the popular Fleetwood watering holes. I mean, look at that grey stone building on that corner. Imagine that in its heyday. Would have been a beautiful, lovely building. It just goes on forever and ever and ever, Fleetwood. Fabric shop over there is very good. Very good. That's a little Aladdin's cave. I remember when this one-stop shop used to be a bike shop, and I got my bike from here, which I must admit I don't actually ride. It's in the shed, and I would imagine the tyres are beyond repair. This used to be a NatWest bank. We used to go to that one quite often. And I think now it's a beauty parlour of some kind. This is St Peter's Church. The town is absolutely full of beautiful, big, fine buildings. And when you think how many high street names have closed down, how many banks have closed, how retail has changed such a lot and so many people shop online, you can understand why towns end up with spare properties. I always think this would be a lovely place to be buried. I mean, just look at that for a graveyard. It'd be lovely to be spending your eternity in that spot, wouldn't it, in the sun? This is where Healthier Fleetwood live. So they do lots of things in the community to keep people connected and engaged and healthy and happy. This is Fleetwood Market here, which is another one of the Blue Plaque Trail. This building, which goes straight through to the adjoining road at the back of it, and the clock. In fact, I tell you what. Oh no, I'll show you this shop first. I was going to go on to the other side of the road into the sun, but I must just show you this one first because this is a really, really good shop. This is anything you want at any time shop. This is Super Saver. What's it called? Super Saver Market, and they've got everything in here. Oh, it's the first time I've ever seen that home. That bookshop. That's Eric's home. That one. This. It is. This is the one. Just look at that. It's like Aladdin's cave in there. They've got everything. They've got toys. They've got buckets. They've got bags. They've got kitchen stuff. They've got everything. Oh. Nearly went over. There's another one up here worth showing you, which is the craft shop. This is a good one. I mean, look at that, 1902. What a beautiful building. And the tidal barrage people had that for a period of time, as you can see by the signage on the window. And then they went. This is a good shop. Got a bit of everything in here. The Crafty Company. So there's card making, knitting, sewing, stamping, painting, all kinds of stuff. Fleetwood Art Gallery. So I wonder what that is then. That's a new one on me. We'll look that one up on Tinterwebbly. We will. So this is North Albert Street. Got to think. So we've just passed the library and we're walking down towards the historic area of the Seafront. So there's no more shops down here. There used to be shops down here. When we first started coming to Fleetwood, there were loads of shops down this end. But they've mostly closed and been converted into residential properties. Oh, ouch, that corner looks like it's in need of some repair, doesn't it? It's a bit of a job. So there's a little news agents and a chippy and whatnot, little local shops to save people going all the way into the town centre. I always think these houses are nice. Lovely original cottages. And when we turn this corner to the right, we're at the seafront where the lighthouse is. So this is North Albert Street. This is the old Fleetwood Hospital in front of it, which is now being converted into a full-blown community facility. So there's all kinds of things in there. As you can see, Regenda Homes have got a base. There's some NHS facilities. There's some Blackpool College facilities. There's all kinds of stuff in there. And there's the Upper Lighthouse. So that's one of the ones that's got a blue plaque on it as well, a new one. So this is the Pharos Lighthouse. This is the Pharos Lighthouse at Pharos Street. Let's go and see if they've got the plaque on yet. I know they've carried on installing all of the other ones, so it may or may not have got its plaque as we pass it today. It's quite a distance to the top of there, isn't it? If you look on the website, it tells you how far it is in steps to the top and in feet. And this is the historic area of Fleetwood Seafront. This is a lovely old bus shelter. Oh, it is, look, it's up. There you go, the Pharos Lighthouse, lit on the 1st of December 1840. Designed by Decimus Burton, originally illuminated by town gas. And you'll notice that there are QR codes as well on these blue plaques. So if you just open your camera on your phone and point it at that, it will take you straight to the online information. Marvellous. Right, let's continue our walk onwards. So just down there you can see the lower lighthouse, which has also got a plaque on it. And this is the bowling club at the back of this fence here. And if we go down here, this is Queen's Terrace to the right, which is a beautiful original stone terrace where all of the landed gentry of Fleetwood would have once had rooms and offices. And these are all designed by Decimus Burton, who was the guy that put Fleetwood together. And we're back at Dock Street, which is what we pointed out earlier on. There you go, that's Queen's Terrace. This is the Esplanade. And you probably saw our video last week when we were at the unveiling of the new blue plaque trail, and that took place just at the left-hand side here at the North Euston Hotel. But today I'm going to go over onto the seafront and show you the lovely view over there, because it's such a nice day. It's too nice not to take you to the seaside. This is a Ferry Cafe. I've done a fish and chip review in there. Very much to be recommended. Can't see my pal Sharon. And then the ferry to Knott End. New little boutique. It's a nice little shop. £15.45, 3:45, and it's now 4:15. So the ferry's stopped sailing for today, and there it is in its little berth. Look at that view. That's ever so clear. So this is Knott End over here, where this white building is. So the ferry goes across the water, backwards and forwards to the slipway at the other side. And it saves a right journey round by car. It's a big difference. Aren't I lie? Wow, what a lovely day. Just wish it to stop like this until next summer, which we know is not going to happen. So the white building over there on the other bank is Fisherman Power Station. So you're looking over at the hills of the Lake District and Cumbria, and then that's Barrow Shipyard right on the end there, which you might just be able to see. And the thing that always mystifies me is how much it changes when you change your position on the coastline, because from where we are at Cleveland, this looks totally different. This looks all sort of compressed and all over to the right hand side. There's loads of memorials on it here as well. So my taxi's waiting for me somewhere down here. Kevin's been working on the clock shelter in Cleveland today. He's had a busy day. Oh, look at that little plane. Huh. Lovely day for that, isn't it? I don't know whether I'd want to land a plane on the sands over there. I'd be the silly one that ended up getting washed away. Yeah, so Kevin's been busy today. He's been refurbishing and repainting the clock shelter in Cleveland. So he's had the car to cart all the stuff backwards and forwards, and the generator and the industrial hoover to suck all the muck up and all the other rubbish that he's been doing. So I told him to come and pick me up somewhere near here. So I hope you've enjoyed that little walk from one end of Fleetwood to the other. It's a lovely place for a lovely walk on a day like this. Highly, highly to be recommended. Don't forget to subscribe. It's gone very quiet. Don't forget to sign up for your newsletter. I don't think I should be shouting because there's barely a noise. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.